Assalamualaikum, Madam.
Waalaikumsalam. Sorry for being late. The other groups we have just completed the presentation. I had a lot of questions to just now.
Oh, it's okay. So,
Alright,
it's
so
okay.
just keep waiting.
It's okay.
Okay, so two reminders before you start with your webinar. One, remember this webinar, the maximum amount of time is 30 minutes. Number two, when you are speaking, the others, please switch off your mic. And then those people who are speaking, I need you to switch on your camera. Number three, please make sure this session is being recorded, okay, by at least 2 people. I think it is. Number four, I'm it's okay to speak. There's a slight like broken English somewhere that in your speech. I'm fine with that. I've got no problem with that. My only problem would be when you tend to mispronounce words. Okay, right. So be careful with your pronunciation. But I'm not asking you to sound like an American or British. No, just make sure that your pronunciation is clear. Okay, all right. So any questions before we start? Because I know you're eager to start now.
No, madam.
Okay, all right. So you can start when you're ready. You don't have to wait for the audience to come in. I don't think they'll come in anyway. All right. So good luck to everyone.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and hello. Good evening to everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you, the audience, especially Madam Nora, for taking time out and being here at this particular moment. So my name is Asmawati Beti Kadir as a moderator for this webinar season. Before we start our discussion, I would like to explain about our topic. So today our topic is about how literature helps in mental health. So what do you know about literature? Is it just a poem performed by a poet on the stage or just a short essay with a few of stanza? So literature broadly is any collection of written work, but it's also used more narrowly for writing specifically considered to be an art form, especially prose fiction, drama, and poetry. So in this season, we are not only talking about literature, but we discuss about health issue. So today we have four panel to talking about our topic, that is how literature helps us in mental health. Let me start by introducing the people who will speak in this discussion. So our first panel today is Miss Ong Yuk Kun as a student of animation from University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. How are you, Miss?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you. Second, we have Dr. Nur Hidayah, who is a lecturer of Malay Literature from University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. How about you, Doctor?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, our third panel is Miss Anis Karmila, who is a Malay Literature student from University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Thank you. Last, our fourth panel is Miss Noor Nazhani, who is a novel writer. Good evening, Miss. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have a great lineup of panel in this webinar. I think all of our panel are ready to discuss about our topic today, right? So generally, most literary work describe implicit meaning that we cannot comprehend with a one-time reading or lack of appreciation. So I would like to give Miss Yu Kun the opportunity as a non-literary student who is an animation student to give your view on how literature works to help people in mental health based on your experience.
Thank you, Miss Asmawati. Hi, everyone. I'm student of animation, currently in semester 4. I like to read literature during my free time. In my opinion, how literature helps with mental health is that literature helps to cultivate a good self character. Whether it is in printed or digital form, literature has brought a lot of preachers, moral value, and life lesson to people. When the reader read literatures, they will learn something from that and improve their shortcoming. However, there must be some people who do not like to read and they prefer to watch movie, rather than reading a long literary work. Many people thought literature is limited to printed one only, but they are wrong. Literature also can be presented as a movie. As long as the viewer are good at choosing the right quality frames to watch, they will definitely learn some moral value and life principle from that. For example, the frame Leader Woman. This is a frame based on the novel Leader Woman of the same name. Like the original, the frame is set in the 19th century in United States during the Civil War, and the story revolves around the daily of four sisters of March family. The moral value to be obtained in this frame is an act of giving has a greater joy than receiving, and no matter how hard it may be, try to forgive. So, actually, how does the literature apply to mental health? When facing life problem, people will feel bad mood, stress, and depression. This emotion will cause them to make some wrong decision. Even if they do not make the worst solution in the end, their mental health is still bad anyway. However, this situation is depends on the person knowledge and the maturity of emotion. Therefore, by learning the moral value in those high quality movie, people should already know the better way to deal with their emotions or when they fall into uncomfortable situation. That life will be better through giving rather than receiving. The good quality to share with others will be cultivated even in small things. For example, share food with neighbors. Through the cultivation of literature, they did not form a dependent society of people waiting for others' help. Even if they need help, they still can think positively. Therefore, they will continue to do their own life instead of waiting for help. Moreover, they also know that everyone has a very different subjective meanings of happiness in life, and so do they. In my conclusion, under the influence of literature, people will form a noble personality. After that, they will be strong, brave, and positive when they're facing life problem. This is very important for establishing an emotionally stable psychological process because everyone needs good mental health to enjoy this life happily. That's all from me. Thank you.
So thank you, Miss. So from there, that we can say that literature can help ordinary people who like to read literary works in mental health is by helping them form a better self-character, which is the moral value from the good show or movie can be the example or guides to anyone who watches and take positive lesson from that movie. So people also can manage their emotion so that it is in good situation and able to make better decision. Okay, next. As a literature student who understand or has a good appreciation of literature that know about the beauty of literature language, can Ms. Anis Kalmila give your view on how literary work help in mental health?
Thank you, Miss Moderator. So I will just continue with the question. I see the how literature help with the mental health is that literature gives space for the people to express their feelings. Okay, before that, I would like to say that what I'm going to tell about literature is something related to creative writing. I'm not going to relate about those films or dramas. Okay, so as we all know, people who read most of literature materials or literary works are actually enhancing themselves with those good vocabularies and also the creative writing skills. And after sometimes, if they keep on reading these materials, the people are actually uh, making themselves familiar, or even they can imitate the style of writing according to the authors they read the most. Okay, how I'm going to explain about the role of literature in the mental health is that by sharing my experience in the second year in the university, I've joined the peer counselor club. There is something also related to the psychology. So from the program, we allow people to share with us their photographies um, and also with the captions. So generally, people share their own photographies with captions like positive quotes, motivational quotes, life quotes, friendship quotes, and other quotes like that in just a very creative way, even if it's in very short sentences. Okay, after that, we conduct a survey to find out what they feel about our program. So most of them say that the program is very enjoyable, and they were if they have expelled something from the mind, whether if it is negative they feel relief, and if it is something positive that they have shared, they feel it is a joy to share with the people. Okay, so in psychology there is a law that is the law of the garbage truck. So this law possesses that many people around us that carry the negative emotions like anger, frustration, depression are the garbage truck. So these garbage truck are actually finding themselves a site to dump the garbage. So we people who know about this should not let those garbage truck to dump their garbage to us. But what I can say is that there will be people who cannot face the situation. I mean, people who are weak enough to fight back, so that they keep receiving all the negativity in themselves, resulting that they hurt their feelings. Okay, so how literature can help with this is that they can just simply write their problems on a piece of paper, crumple them, and throw in the dustbin. Rather than they throw back those nasty words to other people, because in the law we do not want to be the garbage trucks, and we do not want to be the site for the garbage trucks to dump their garbage. Okay, so what I would like to add is that it would be very interesting actually if people who read literature, because how people read literature can deal with the emotions is that we know that literature materials are rich in the creative languages, I mean figurative languages, those literary items like hyperboles, metaphors, and similes. So it will be very great if we can see those people can transform their what they want to expel from their mind, those negative thoughts and bad emotions that they do not want to have in their mind, in just a very beautiful way like poems. So that is how I see literature can help with the mental health by the concept of creative writing. So I think that is all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Anis. So from there, we can say that through writing, especially literary writing, we can express all our feeling in a better way. Then with the appreciation of literature language, people also can have or use a good word in their speaks or writing. And I also agree and interest with the law of the garbage truck that not accepting negative things from others can make us enjoy our life in positive vibes. So, as we know, literature can help us express all our feeling, right? So when there are no latent feeling, one can avoid a lot of bad things relate to the heart and feeling that's reducing the stress on a person. So I would like to invite Dr. Nohidaya as a Malay literature lecturer to give a stronger opinion on the role of literature avoiding stress and so on.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. Thank you for the Miss Moderator. Okay, I'm Dr. Nur Hidayah binti Kamarudin and I'm lecturer in Malay Literature Department from Faculty of Language and Communication UPSI. Okay, today I want to give my opinion how literature helps in mental health. Okay, firstly, today is MCO. People can write about what thinking in and post in any platform. For example, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all another social media. I'm also right about what I'm thinking in MCO today because I want to make this one sweet memories in my life. Okay, firstly, in my opinion, literary work allow the reader and viewer to think further, especially traditional works laden with the value of knowledge. The reader can examine the thinking of the traditional society, which is very wise to conduct life in a state full of courtesy and decency. Beside that, including films that have been adapted such as Hang Tuah have a variety exemplary values and so that they can be emulated and practiced in life. By the way, Hang Tuah is very popular in Malay traditional literature and have a moral value for people who want to be a good person in community. For example, if we watch the film, there is an incident where Hang Tuah rode and trekked to a place where people were looking for Tun Teja. He was good in carrying himself and maintained good manners in people place. The effect the effect is that he is will receive there. We can emulate that every problem in life only needs to be a look at carefully, then it will not cause difficulties. As a result, we will not feel extreme, stressed, or worry about something, but just live a calmer and simple life. So we can write any stories about life and have inspiration to another people. For example, hardworking and the attitude of one to delve into a literary work, especially when stressed with other problems, we can express the through writing that's make talk through to undisturbed. So, in conclusion, that is the unique of the work in tradition, which if further study the most interesting the finding and make a good life memories. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nur Hidayah. So we can say that the uniqueness of literary work, especially traditional work, has many lessons and value that can be emulated by reader and the community. So we can see that the traditional community have good talk and idea in living their life with the great abilities they have. Therefore, the lesson learned allow the reader to think further and thus be able to make any decision rationally. Although there are many uniqueness of traditional literary work, however, the taste or interest of modern people today with literary material of a traditional nature have changed. People today prefer to make short and general stories about themselves on social media. In line with the current of modernization, can Ms. Noor Nazahani say about what are the challenges faced by novel writer to highlight the value of literature in today's community?
Thank you, Miss Moderator, for the question just now. So, one thing for sure, nowadays our world is facing the development of advanced technology and the rapidly evolving culture of information and communication. Technology in all fields around the world is affecting the development of all types of disciplines of knowledge. So that's my main point. So to tie it with our topic today, the literature field is also included in the disciplines of knowledge that affected by the advanced technology. So for instance, everyone can access to their favorite website to read or get some literary text or word. In addition, there are companies or websites that allow everyone to upload their literary text or word. So this could be an impact to conventional materials such as books and other printed materials where the users are not relevant anymore. To going more deeper, there are some factors that people love to use cyber literature compared to conventional material. First, we can say that it is very easy to handle and use. As we can see, everyone nowadays have their own electronic devices such as handphone, tablet, so they can easily access an internet to go to the website that they like. Second, it can save our time. They just take a few seconds to read some material from the website that they love compared to reading book, which need them to go to the library first, and it takes more than 5 minutes for sure. Lastly, they can they can read their literary text everywhere, like in the bus, at home, so they can access to their favorite website, such as in Malaysia, we have penulisan to you or karyana.com, which contain many literary texts or material. Conventional materials such as books need them to borrow it first from library um, to read at another place, except is if you buy the books at the bookstore. With the advanced technology, we can deny that people will choose or opt to use literature. But despite its advantages, people are not aware of the authenticity of the literature work that they take from the website. I can say that literature will lose uh, or lack of aesthetic value when applied in digital, and moreover it will consider as second grade as it is not edited and filtered before being published, or we can say it as plagiarism. Uh, Unfortunately, digital literature cannot be blocked because this evolving era of information technology has resulted in cyber literature being accepted willingly. So I hope people can use the cyber literature well, as a person who get involved in literature field for a long time. I hope they realize that literature is essentials in our life. As mentioned, that literature itself can help people to have good mental health. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss. So we can say in facing the age of modern technology, people prefer to choose digital media to get something reading material because it is easy to use and also can save their time to read everywhere. So overall, what I can say is that literature has a wide branch. With this branch, we'll be able to provide various benefits to anyone involved with it. For example, the reader of a literary work can empathize with the beauty of the language and can make the reader have a subtle sense in himself, and also literature cover all aspects of human life extensively. Literature is an art form that uses language. Through language, the image of man and humanity is developed with a full awareness of message and beauty. So that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, moderator. Ida. Sana. Wait. Oh, you do that. Okay, yes. All right, thank you very much. Interesting topic, how literature helps in mental health. Okay. Yeah, what you say is true actually. Like one thing mentioned by Anis Kamila, because you said that when we read literature, we tend to enhance ourselves with good vocabulary and creative writing skills. You said that just now, which is very true. And it also, that's why I keep encouraging my students to read something in English every day, so that when you see how words are being used, when you see how sentences are being written, you will know how you can practice that, and then you will know that. Okay, like for my case, I'm not that good with grammar, but because I read a lot in English, so I tend to know if the sentence is right or wrong just by looking at it. But if people ask me what grammatical rules, I say I don't know, it's random. Right, so that's why you need to read a lot of materials in English, okay, to enhance your vocabulary and all that. Okay, so now I'm going to ask each and every one of you one question. So the question can be related to the webinar or something outside of the webinar, just to see if you're able to answer my question spontaneously. All right, not scripted. Okay, so first question goes to Nur Hidayah. Nur Hidayah, you were the second speaker just now. Wait, you are from which program, Nur Hidayah?
I'm from Kesusasteraan Melayu program.
All of you are from Kesusasteraan Melayu then?
I and Anis Kamila.
Oh,
I'm from animation.
Asmawati?
Bahasa Melayu.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So Nur Hidayah, in your opinion, why? Well, from my observation, people don't like to read. Why? Why does that happen? What do you think? What do you think it happens? Why people don't like to read?
Okay. In my opinion, for me, for tradition literature lah, especially, he has uh, hard to understanding because the classic language to say, and the people cannot to understand what he say, and but the text have a very and more moral value from the others, and especially I like in Sultan Muzaffar. His Sultan Muzaffar is where is a sultan when I give uh 5 star lah, 5 star for make he is a role model in life for, yeah, he is very good for the uh what to make our country is very popular in uh in other world. And I think the tradition and modern is very different in literature, and I think the modern have different with language, and tradition have a hard to understand because the language is very classic, and I'm also cannot to be understand, but I still study to understand about the language to make my life, and am very I'm very like to share about the tradition literature, because I think have more people cannot to understand what the story. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to Hidayah. I can get what you're saying. I'm a TESOL student. I don't take literature. I did my minor in counselling. But I love to read classic literature. In English would be like uh, from Fyodor Dostoevsky, a Russian writer. I can't remember the name of the book, but he wrote a few classics. The language was very heavy because it was like old English, so it takes time to understand it. So of course in BM same thing. I'm weak in BM. Well, I can speak BM, but I think Bahasa Melayu subject is very difficult. Alright, so yeah, I agree with you. So you need to like read more and then read more of those literature to be able to capture what is being said, especially the old literature, to understand what is being mentioned, or what are the lessons we can learn from those old books. So thank you, Hidayah, for your answer. Next question goes to our moderator, no, to Asmawati. Asmawati, what is your favorite literature book and why?
Okay, my favorite literature book is the what novel of from Ramli Awam Murshid, because there are a lot of lesson that we can learn about the just story. I not read all of the novel, but I have read one or two because of the assignment. So I read the half of uh, not the two novel that can give me what lesson that can be learned as a community to be being good community. That's yes, that's all from me.
Thank you very much, Asmawati. Alright, next question goes to Anis Kamila. You are panelist 3. Wait, Okay. Never mind lah. Okay. In your opinion, Anis Kamila, uh, because just now you said you are actually in peer counselor club, or you just saying it?
Uh, during my third semester, I've joined the club.
Okay, alright. So, for you personally, have you tried the method? You know, like you write quotes and you throw the paper away. Do you do that?
So is this the question, madam?
Do you think it is an effective way of, to calm yourself if you are like having a lot of problems, so you write things down and you throw the paper away? So do you think it is an effective way to relax yourself?
Personally, I do the activity personally, because it really helps, because it's like we set our mind that we are going to expel the things on a piece of paper, then we want to throw it far away from our mind after that, so that we become more relief after that. It's like we expect something that we do not want to bear in mind. Okay, that's what. Because I myself I practice I practice it.
So meaning you have written a lot and threw a lot of papers lah.
I can say it. I can say so.
Yeah, because we have a lot of things that we can't share with people, so that it would be the best way to release ourselves from the stress, depression. Okay, so thank you very much, Anis Kamila. Good answer. Ong, just now you mentioned in your presentation a book titled Little Women. Have you read the book or have you watched the movie?
Honestly, no.
No, okay, all right. So I won't ask you that question lah. Okay. Because you are not from literature, you are not involved in language whatsoever, right? So do you think did you face a lot of problems to find materials for your presentation in this webinar for this title? Is it like easy or difficult for you? Explain why.
For me, I think it's okay because internet have many thing that I can find it, and I feel I'm very lucky. I have my group member because they help me a lot. And then because I'm a animation student, and then when I do this, I feel a difficult when I want to write something like an example or um, how to explain it because usually I don't read the literature word. I prefer to watch movie because movie like more interesting rather than the read the long literary work. I feel boring. It takes many times to read that. Uh,
Okay, thank you very much, Ong. My advice to you is start from something. Don't read thick books straight away. Start from something quite thin.
mm,
Okay, and then you work way through. But since you said you like to watch movies, I would suggest you go and watch Little Women, not the latest one. Watch the one made in early 2000. Winona Ryder as the actress. You should watch the movie. Maybe from that movie you'll be interested to read the book instead. Yeah, after that. Okay. Okay.
thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
Ong. All right. Last person to be asked the question, Nur Nazhani. Yes, you are in your car. Where are you?
Um, my internet network is not good at home, so
I
I went
see.
out looking for a place that has
Okay.
good internet
I see.
connection.
All right. Okay. So my question to you is, which do you prefer? The printed books or the e-books? Explain your answer, please.
Okay, for me, I prefer to read printed books because for me, I have bad sight of eyes. Uh, um, for example, at night, I can too long in front of my handphone. So I don't prefer like digital literary something like that. So I just prefer like something that has been printed material. Uh, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So same with me. I can't look at the phone too long because after that I can't see things clearly. But like, yeah, we're the
I have
same here.
migraine.
Same lah. I got migraine as well. Okay, but like you, I like printed books too. I've got a lot of books here and there. I like to buy books. I don't like to read e-books because I don't get the satisfaction of like flipping the pages through, like going back. You
Yes,
know, the
because
feeling.
when we read book, we can highlight the what we want.
True, true.
Something
And then,
in that. Yes.
yeah, it's very true. Of course, in PDF you can highlight, but still it's not the same. The smell of the paper
Yes.
itself is also very interesting. Okay. All right. So, ladies, good job. Yes, very interesting topic actually. Okay, good job. I have to congratulate you guys too because you have presented a good webinar here, filled with information. Give yourself a good pat on the back, and then please reward yourself after this. Have a good dinner. Maybe buy a bar of chocolate before you go home. No honey, nas honey. All right. So thank you very much for your time. This is a public holiday, so I have to like give you extra thanks for your time to present today. The task for today, later we think about it for those who have not done their webinar. Okay, all right. So thank you again for your time.
Thank you,
So just
madam.
wait. Yeah, okay. So I let you go now. All right. So I'll see you when I see you. Okay.
Thank you,
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you,
madam. Thank
Welcome.
madam.
you.
Thank
Madam.
you,
Bye.
madam.
Welcome.
Bye.
Drive safe. Bye.
Bye.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.